Hey, this is Robb Zbierski with Freedom Personal Development, and really awesome opportunity to spend some time with Michael Angelo Caruso. I know that you travel all over the country doing programs, so I'm really curious to know what brings you to the Chicagoland area this week.
And travel has opened up. I'm in, to my surprise, I'm in 5 countries in the next 3 months speaking. It's delightful. And
Non-vacation.
Non-vacation. Well, we're going to have some fun when we go too, but the windshield is opening. I'm in Chicagoland to do some consulting work. I'm doing sales training for a financial services company. And it's exciting. I know you do a lot of speaking as well. You know, we talk about the difference between consulting work versus event-based speaking. Event-based speaking is when you need a keynote on June 15th and you would call Rob or me to come in and do it, and then after June 15th we're done, you know. Assuming the check clears, we're done. And with consulting work, it's so much more different, and for me in many ways more rewarding, because I'm getting a chance to get to know people, and the get is deeper for both parties. I feel so much better to help companies change their culture, for example, or to help a young salesperson change her tax bracket. Very, very rewarding. You do the same. You do both types of work.
I do, and you talk about it's the difference between a transactional business versus a relationship business.
Transactional versus transformational. Same thing.
Yeah. I've done a lot of that as well. What I love about doing the consulting type work is that I know that you travel to different branches within an organization, and being able to use the information that you get from one group of people, take that feedback and apply it to a future lesson.
Yes.
How much fun is that for you?
It's a blast, and of course we honor proprietary type things. Like the financial services company has some things that they do not want shared. But when I tell a story about another salesman in another industry and how he fixed a certain problem, you know, that's something the company can't figure out on their own. They only know what they know as a company in that industry. Yeah. But I think that's one of the values of working with a consultant, is the consultant can cross-pollinate in ways that nobody else can. So that's one of the reasons why I enjoy the work so much. And of course, love being back in Chicago.
Yeah, well, thank you. We love it here too. Best city in the world 4 months a year.
It is.
Yeah, the cross-pollination thing you talk about, it's people have blinders on sometimes. It's amazing, and you talk. I know when I'm doing the event work, I'm often said, well, we need industry-specific topics. We want industry-specific people, and I love having that conversation with people and helping them kind of discover that there's more out there than just the financial services world or just the travel industry.
Yeah.
Do you find this as well?
Yeah, I tell this story. Sometimes I'm up for a gig that or a consulting engagement. I call them gigs, and they'll say, well, you know, you don't know anything about our industry. Why should we hire you? And I say, well, let me tell you about the St. Louis Arch. And they say, it's in St. Louis, right? And I say, yes, it is. And the story goes that anybody that goes to the St. Louis Arch wants to have a picture taken with the greatest tourist attraction in Missouri. And so they take their little camera down to the St. Louis Arch and to have their photo taken with the St. Louis Arch. I mean, that's the best picture ever, right? You with the tourist attraction. But when you get down to the St. Louis Arch, you cannot be photographed inside the photo, because the St. Louis Arch, I don't know if you've seen it, it's 2 blocks wide, 2 blocks tall, and there's a little half twist in the middle of it. By the time you stand near the St. Louis Arch and they back up far enough to get the photo, you can't be seen, you can't be identified. And if they zoom in close enough to see your face, you can't tell it's the St. Louis Arch, you just see a little granite wall behind you. So it turns out, Rob, that the best way to photograph the St. Louis Arch is to go to, go across the park and you go to the top of the hotel. It used to be the Radisson, I don't know if it still is, where there's a pool. And you position the St. Louis Arch over your shoulder, and you hand the camera to someone, and you take the St. Louis Arch photograph with you, and it's in the background like this. And the moral of the story is, for these people that can't understand why they'd hire someone like us who's not actually in the industry, is that sometimes to get a better perspective, you need to zoom back and not zoom in. And that's what a consultant can do. Now, a good consultant, I don't think that you should just hire a bunch of people that don't know anything about your business. But somebody who can make those connections and connect those dots, I think is worth their weight in gold. I've seen you work, I know that you're worth it. And so glad to have dinner with you tonight.
Well, thank you, Michael.